Hey everybody, welcome back to the class. It's Kara, and in today's video, I'm going to show you just a few quick tips about how to use Canva and some other freely available sources to create your vision board if you want to go in that more creative route and you want to do it digitally. Remember, there's no right way to do it, but I know some people wanted some instruction on this, and so I'm just giving that to you. A vision statement is fine. A vision post-it note is okay. Remember, you're not behind and there's no wrong way to do this. There's only the way you choose to do it. So to get myself organized, what I started with was just a quick, I have a lot of stuff open on here. Sorry about that. Just a quick folder on my desktop called Vision Board Images, and I've already downloaded several images into here, and I'm just going to show you a few of my favorite resources on the internet for downloading free images. The first is Unsplash. It's unsplash.com. I'll put links to all of these in the Circle Classroom where you're watching this. And Unsplash is a great resource for free images. You use it just by putting your search in up here. So if I want flower garden, and I want pictures like that, I can download them once they come up. If you see an image that has this plus icon on it like this, and you come down here, notice there's a lock on the download. Nearly all of these sites that I'm going to show you do have a paid option as well. So I'll just show you how to avoid that. So I'm going to hit download. It'll show up. And because I've already been downloading images into that Vision Board Images folder that I created, it will automatically come up. You might want to rename these. I'm going to call this yellow flowers because otherwise they're the sort of all of the coding that Unsplash or the other sites that we're going to use to organize those. So it'll make them a little easier to find when you go to look for them in your digital files. Another site that I really love is Pexels, Pexels.com. What you'll find on their option, again, I just walked up here and typed in walking path and hit enter. This is a great image. I'm going to download this one. And there we go. Perfect. It'll always show that little splash screen. You just have to close that every time. And so you get all of these images. They're nice that they put their sort of sponsored or paid images in these buckets. So as long as you avoid anything in these little 4x4s that you don't have to pay for, but you can come through here and do any of these that you like. The third site that I really love for this is pixabay.com. And again, I'll put the links down below and I can just type in whatever I want. Let's type in Disneyland here. Y'all know I love Disneyland. They put their pay images at the top. So if you just scroll down here to this one, that's actually Disney World, but most people don't know the difference, so that's fine. We'll do that. Put the Epcot geodesic sphere in my list. Oh, Cars Land definitely has to go on my list. Okay, I could get sucked in here, but we're going to get over to Canva instead. And we'll let that one saved. Okay, this is Cars Land. There we go. Okay, when I'm working quick and dirty, I don't always remember to save things with the right names. So now we're in Canva, and I'm going to show you a few quick tips about using Canva. This is a Canva free account. I have a paid account. I use it all the time. It's probably one of the best investments I make in my personal creation business. But for what we're doing here, if you don't have a Canva paid account, you don't need one. I'm going to show you how to do this without a Canva paid account. The first quick tip is don't search here, because this is going to bring up all their templates, and most of their templates are for cost. They require the pro account. I just got my tongue all tied up. You actually want to come over here and you want to search for the style of thing you want to create. And I'm going to use flyer, because I think that's the easiest thing for us. And you can either choose portrait or landscape. If you go with these smaller options, these are just A5 size, they're half size page. That's fine too when you want to print it. This will just be easier to print if you want to print it out. So I'm going to do flyer landscape, and this will open up my image. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a name just by clicking, oops, I don't want to start my free trial. I didn't wait long enough. Clicking up here and calling this Retirement Vision Board. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to ignore all of these things that it suggests to me because, again, anything it suggests to you is probably going to try to force you to buy an account. We don't want that. So I'm going to come over here to Elements. And I am going to, first of all, search for a background. And I want to do something sort of fancy with my background. So I'm first going to search for just a blue background. So I just type that in and hit search. And I'm going to show you here, anything with a crown is a paid option. But if you do this see all, you will eventually get to options that are not paid. So I'm going to use this one. And here is my first trick. I want it running the other way. So this little circle-y thing here, this allows you to spin an image around in Canva. And then you can drag it, and you do not have to keep it in the page margins. You can drag it right off the edge of the page. That's fine, because that's no big deal. All right, so then I want to do something fancy. So I want to search for a frame. So we're going to use these frames a lot, and we're actually, instead of graphics here, I want to come over to frames. These are a Canva specific creation. That's one of the things that makes Canva sort of magical. You can download these frames, and what it will do is it will take whatever image you lay on top of that frame, and it will sort of insert it into that particular structure. So let's search for fuzzy edge frame. See what we get when we do that. I know what I'm looking for. Yeah, something like that. They have tons of these. You can literally lose days doing this. I think I'm gonna go. Let's go with this. All right, and I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna sort of pull it up here, and I'm gonna twist it around. I am not a designer, so I'm not gonna guarantee that any of this is gonna look good. And then I'm gonna go to tan background, sandy background. And I want images, graphics. There we go. So now I'm going to search through here for anything without a crown on it. I do not want a pro account. I just want a sandy background without a crown. Come on, guys. There's got to be something here. There's a photo that will work. It doesn't even really need to be. Here we go. That's exactly what I want. All right, so I just clicked that sandy background to put it in my image, and it's going to take it a second to sort of reload. But if I sort of drag it, notice that it fills it into the shape of that frame. And so I can make this a little bit bigger to sort of make it look more like it's sort of sand washing up on the beach. I don't know if that has that look or not, but I'm going to say it does. I'm going to say it's got that background. So then I'm going to do one more trick with those frames. So I'm going to come back over here to frames, and I'm going to go to letter frames. And these are some of my favorites. So they've got these, they've also got these that are like circles with letters in them. So there are a few different options of that frame item, but we're going to do our, I'm going to move this over. E T. Okay, and I want to start to resize these to make them. So all I did is held down the shift key on my keyboard, and I drug across all of them, or clicked all of them, and that lets me start to resize those. And then we're going to go to I-R-E, drag these out. I'm going to grab that. We'll reorder them here in a second to make them the right order. So I'm just going to resize until they're all basically the same size. There we go. And then we'll actually spell the word right. There we go. And I can click these and use this group option, and then I can move them around together. I don't love that that T is huge, but anyway, that's okay. All right, so now we're going to use some of those pictures that we downloaded off the internet. So I'm going to come over here. There are a couple of ways you can do this. You can come over here to uploads and you can upload files, and then you can go to where that folder is on your computer. There we go. And we'll do 1, 2, I have no idea which ones I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll do those 7. And upload them. It's uploading them into my drive here. And then I can grab one of these and just drag it over and stick it in that letter. Now, let's say that I actually want to like change what is shown. What I did there to get that image to come up is I just double clicked inside the frame, and then you can move it up or down to get, or left or right to get the piece that you want shown. If you decide, oh, I don't want that in there, just hit delete the first time. That'll delete the image. If you hit delete again, I'm not going to do it, that would delete my R. One of the fancy tricks you can do, I'm going to use this fireworks image here. So you can drag this image here, and then I'm going to pull this out, and I'm going to drag this over here, and then I'm going to put it into the E as well, and I'm going to drag it so that it looks like it's sort of continuing across the pictures. And you could do that with either multiple pictures or one much larger image picture that will do all the letters all the way across, so that you could have like the same image or a series of like a triptych of images or something like that. So there's lots of like tweaks. You can lose hours doing this. Let's see, those are some of my favorite tricks. So we would finish that. With the elements, let me show you a couple of other things that you can do here. You can also just come down here to the categories and search for things like shapes and see if they have a shape that you want. Let's say that I want a heart because I want to spend more time with my family, and I want to do that. You can change the color, the background color, by using this. And you have a couple of options. Maybe I want the blue to be this exact blue. And so all I did was grab that little eyedropper and drag it over onto the blue, and that allows me to pick that specific blue. And then I want to type inside of here, so I'm going to type in family, and I just double clicked in it, and that let me type the word. If you don't like the font, you can click it and come up here. These are all of your fonts. Again, anything with a lock on it is going to be that pro account. I don't think they lock many of the fonts. I think most of the fonts you can use for free. Let's go with this Hengiaboli. That's interesting. You can change the size if you want, and maybe you want the font color to be white instead of black. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger to make it a little easier to see. So again, you can play with all of these different options that you have. You've also got, there are lots of graphics in here. And again, there used to be a way that you could see the free ones. I have not been able to figure that out again. But again, you can download anything off the internet. The other way to bring things in here, if you don't want to go through that upload process, is if you just bring up I'm on a Mac, so I'm going to bring up Finder, but if you brought up the Windows, I don't even remember what it's called anymore. If you brought up the Windows search function or the Windows function, you can actually also drag and drop something onto there and then drag it right into that specific piece. So there we go. We'll just get Big Ben right there in that T. There we go. So we can do lots of different things with bringing images in and all of those sorts of things. I think that's the basics. So the other thing that you'll want to do is if you do want to download it, you can download to a JPEG, a PNG, or PDF. You can't do SVG unless you have a paid account, but these 4 will take care of most of your needs. Or you can do a PowerPoint file. So if you want to download it into PowerPoint and then edit it in PowerPoint, you can do that too. So you can do some of the fancy stuff in Canva and then do the fine tuning in PowerPoint. If you're more comfortable with PowerPoint, that's also an option. Done that too. So I'm just going to load this to a PNG and download, and it will do its little thing here. And then it'll ask me where I want to save it. I'm going to go ahead and save it to that same folder. So there it is. And as soon as it downloads, sorry, hotel Wi-Fi, it's a little slow. There we go. I will open it up. And there is my image in preview. And so I could use that as my phone background, anything like that. Now, if you do want, just another tip about Canva, if we go back here to the home screen, if you do want to design this as like the background for your phone or as the Facebook banner or something like that, you can come over here to create and you could do phone wallpaper and search that. You could also do Facebook cover. Is that what that's called? Yes, the Facebook cover. So you've got options that you can search to so that you could size it whatever you want. The great thing about Canva is once you design something, it will automatically resize it to other structures. Now that doesn't always work ideally, but it'll at least take the bulk of your image and it will resize it to that function. Then you can just move things around and remove things that don't fit in a different size and things like that. So this 8.5 by 11, if you do start with this size, this is about it's not the biggest. I've designed like 3-foot long banners in Canva, but it's sort of the biggest print or digital size you can do that's common and that people use all the time. It will not translate particularly well into like a Facebook cover because that's so much smaller than an 8.5 by 11 image. But anyway, you can design different sizes. I just started with sort of standard paper because I figured that's what most people are going to do. But again, you do you. And if you have any questions at all about Canva, I am in no way an expert, but feel free to reach out. I am happy to try and help. Thanks, guys.